What is up, everybody? Jeremy Eisenfire here, and welcome to the channel. And here it is, folks. The day has finally arrived where the It Welcome to Derry official trailer has dropped, and I must say it looks every bit as interesting as I hoped it would, with Bill Skarsgård returning in the title role as Pennywise, along with the original director of the recent Pennywise films, Andy Muschietti, returning as well. And I love how they have the original crew returning for this limited TV series. Bill Skarsgård was absolutely phenomenal in the role as Pennywise and was a huge breakout role for him at the time, with many believing that his version of the Cosmic Clown is the best we've ever seen, which, if nothing else, is incredibly high praise, considering over the last few decades the role has been completely defined by the incredible performance of Tim Curry. But heading into this new generation, I personally could not see anyone other than Bill Skarsgård playing the title role. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what he has in store for us with this newest iteration of the character. The trailer starts off with a shot of a kid on the side of the road hitchhiking, as a car stops for him and picks him up and asks him how to take him home, with him replying that he wants to go anywhere but Derry, indicating that he has already had some kind of run-in with Pennywise. And I wouldn't be too surprised if this was right around the beginning of this next cycle of Pennywise's return. As we know, the Cosmic Clown only appears once every 27 years. As we then see a shot of Derry, Maine, circa 1962, which is when our story officially begins, as a new family has just arrived into town. Followed by a shot of Derry High School, with a sign that says, "Bert the Turtle says duck and cover," which is an interesting Easter egg to not only Bert the Turtle, but also the Cosmic Turtle within the Pennywise universe as well. Bert the Turtle was a 1952 documentary-style animation, which at the time was meant to showcase to children how to survive the hazardous material of a nuclear fallout. During the Cold War, these kinds of documentary-style animations were actually quite common, as the fear of a nuclear retaliation was very real among America at that time. But I also believe that Bert the Turtle could also be a wink and a nod to the Cosmic Turtle within the Pennywise universe. Within the universe of Stephen King's It, Pennywise has only one natural-born enemy, the Cosmic Turtle, a giant turtle that actually created our universe in a fit of indigestion. The cosmic entity known as Pennywise is the living embodiment of chaos and destruction, while the Cosmic Turtle is the living embodiment of creation and benevolence, making them naturally opposed to one another. And while the Cosmic Turtle doesn't physically appear within its story, he is an unseen force for good. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we see multiple different references to turtles within the series, potentially appearing when the children need hope the most. But then we hear one of the kids stating that it has been 4 months and they have never found a body, followed by a shot of multiple different missing persons posters, indicating that Pennywise is indeed back and already active within Derry, Maine. As we then hear the mother of the new family that just moved into town wondering if she should be concerned about the recent missing persons, followed by a shot of the group of children on their bikes riding down the street, an earlier version of the Losers Club, if you will, followed by one of the children stating that no adult will ever believe what we just saw, indicating that they themselves are already starting to have run-ins with Pennywise, or at least with beings under the influence of Pennywise. The thing about the Cosmic Clown is that he does not just go after children directly, but rather attempts to terrify the children before he makes his move, with fear being the natural emotion that he feeds on, as we then see a shot of somebody fishing in the river and being pulled underwater. As one of the children then states that there is a history of stuff like this happening in Derry, likely leading to the children starting their own investigation, to try and find out what is happening in Derry now by trying to compare it to what happened to Derry in the past. As powerful as the cosmic entity known as Pennywise is, he does have some natural limitations, with the Cosmic Clown only appearing once every 27 years to feed for a short duration of time before he leaves again, a natural feeding cycle that he appears to not be able to break. As we then see a very disturbing shot of what looks to be a police officer with the creepy Pennywise smile. What's interesting about the entity known as Pennywise, apart from being a natural-born shapeshifter and able to take the shape of almost anything, but he is also able to influence people around him, in particular people with a certain darkness within them that Pennywise can exploit and use to his own advantage, which is just one of the many different tools at his disposal that he uses to instill fear within the children. But then the trailer continues with a shot of the children inside the police station, with the chief of police telling them to stay out of police business, indicating that the children themselves have already begun their own investigation into the recent missing persons cases. as we then see a shot of the credits stating, "Go back to where it all began," which is personally giving me hope that we might potentially see some of Pennywise's origins in this series, and how he truly first came to Earth. The cosmic entity known as Pennywise is an alien entity that originally arrives from outside of our universe, from a place called the Macroverse, and is described to have landed on Earth during a cataclysmic event such as an asteroid impact, and would land in the area that would later become known as Derry, Maine, where the entity then took root and hibernated for millions of years before emerging once again. When Pennywise first lands on Earth, it initially takes the form of a hawk-like creature, before transforming into a Wendigo-like being, before settling into its favorite form, the Cosmic Clown, a form that it uses to lure unsuspecting children close to him in order to feed, as Pennywise the Dancing Clown has been its most effective form in terms of scaring children, with the clown form also being seen as a way for Pennywise to interact with humanity. But then the trailer continues with one of the children stating that they have been hearing voices coming from the pipes, as we then hear the famous Pennywise laugh, followed by the children arriving at a movie theater at night, a theater that is showcasing the film The Devil at 4 O'Clock. The Devil at 4 O'Clock is a 1961 film directed by Mervyn LeRoy, starring Frank Sinatra and Spencer Tracy, and is based on the 1958 novel of the same name, and tells the story of 3 prisoners arriving on a small tropical island when a volcano suddenly erupts, causing the prisoners to enact a daring rescue mission to try and save children in the path of the volcano. And judging by the shot of the children entering the theater at night, it's hard to tell if the theater is open, or if they are sneaking in past hours in order to investigate Pennywise further, with the second option being more likely, as this could potentially be why they ended up in trouble with the police in the first place. Followed by another creepy shot of somebody that appears to be under the influence of Pennywise, judging by the creepy Pennywise smile, and of course the red balloon rising behind him, which is also another sign that Pennywise is active in the area. Followed by a shot of one of the children stating that there's something bad here in Derry. Followed by another shot of one of the children screaming with their face covered in blood, as the trailer then ends with our first official look at Pennywise in the sewers beneath Derry, Maine. And I must say, this was a pretty good first teaser trailer overall. And while I personally would have liked to see a little bit more from Pennywise himself in the trailer, I get the feeling they're saving a lot of that footage for later trailers to come, which is completely understandable. But overall, I cannot wait for this series to hit our screens this fall. Bill Skarsgård is absolutely phenomenal in the title role as Pennywise, and I'm really hoping that they are going to explore some of his origins and backstory a little bit more than they have in the previous films, as there is an incredible amount of fascinating history there to uncover. But what did you think of the first teaser trailer for It Return to Derry, and will you be watching the series this fall? But that is going to do it for our first breakdown of the official teaser trailer for It Return to Derry. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on your way out and consider subscribing to stay up to date on all of our upcoming Return to Derry content. And as always, I want to give a big thank you to everybody out there for watching, and we will see you on the next one.